Oh, he's getting married to like a younger Filipina. Looks like he's got his healthcare plan sorted.
That guy will provide something for me. So like kind of like sugar daddy.
We're not talking about like Gucci bags, guys. So let's go through the negatives because that's what you're really here for.
They need
Maybe you guys at home are in this situation. The arrangement. A lot
yeah.
of people like to look at this situation. A little bit of an age gap, different cultures. So what's the deal, guys? What's the deal?
What a wonderful day, guys. What a wonderful day.
What do you want to talk about today?
So you said like we want to talk about like our agreements.
Our arrangement. Arranged marriage, arranged financial agreement, arranged lots of different
Yeah,
arrangements out there.
arranged marriage, financial, something like business, like okay, I'll give you my daughter.
So let's get into it.
Yes,
I guess the number one is, what is our arrangement?
about commitment.
Okay, so spoiler alert, you probably clicked on the thumbnail waiting for some juicy gossip. Our arrangement is
Commitment to each other.
it's our vows. Love. When you got
Love.
married,
They call this words of affirmation. Okay, like I promise that I will love you no matter what happens. Like I will be there.
so a lot of that comes from deep soul searching. I don't know about you guys, but and you too. When you were writing your vows, you had to actually think about yourself.
Yeah, you have to think like, so like since you met and then like you're gonna find that that word that if it's like really much to that person, like okay, like I find him like loving person, but not like all the time. But deep inside, I know he's a loving person and sweet.
So we did. We wrote our vows. We got married. Went through the whole ceremony,
Yeah.
and we put it out there. We put it out there to share with friends and family who couldn't attend the wedding. So it became this like live stream virtual wedding.
Yeah.
And there were still people there attending. So even then, you had to put it out there and read your words and speak your mind. And it was a little bit emotional. But yeah, you could see like we were both. You were choked up, just simply reading.
I think your parents said like, "Am I laughing that time?"
Yeah, laughing and crying. Anyway, so the arrangement, let's just say, a lot
Yeah.
of people like to look at this situation. A little bit of an age gap, different cultures. So what's the deal, guys? What's the deal? What about beyond that? When people look at us, what do you think they're thinking? Is there like an arrangement? Is it sugar daddy
Yeah, maybe they.
situation?
Yeah, maybe they will like think about. It's just like you need like you need young lady. That's why you choose like young lady. Me, I choose old because it has money, so that guy will provide something for me. So like kind of like sugar daddy.
All right. So let's go through the negatives because that's what you're really here for. You want to hear about, what is the arrangements, and maybe you guys at home are in this situation. Maybe you're in a relationship and it's working for you, where it's like financial arrangement. You're taking care of her financial needs. We're not talking about like Gucci bags, guys. Just talking about
Like food.
enough money to send home to the family.
Yeah.
Enough money so you don't even need to work. You can just be housewife mode, and that's a lot of work also. But I mean, in terms of stress to get a job and commute and all that stuff. And then on my side, what about what people might think? It
Like-
can't like our arrangement is like, oh well, just be with me till the end of time. Maybe I'm already like damaged goods, right? Like
Yeah.
so.
Maybe they some of old people think like, are you crazy man like that? Why don't you choose like same old with you? Same age. Why are you choosing like young girl?
Yeah, that's right. So the arrangement could be that, and for you guys too, a lot of them legit relationships even, that you've just found yourself a light partner. So in exchange for whatever it is that she's providing you providing her, it kind of works out. So it could be looks for money, youth for money,
Yeah.
and we'll go down the list. But as you know, the stereotypes are there. What about the more heavy ones?
Or like arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage.
Like, I think normally it's from like China.
Well, this is going to be a learning experience. We're not experts in it. I've got friends who are Muslim, come from Muslim background. There's going to be lots of different religions that tie into it, but let's just say it's family driven, where
Yeah.
it's important to have agreement from the family, and maybe the families are already networked. It's nothing so severe
Yeah.
where you're forced into it.
It depends naman like when those people like rich people and rich
Yeah.
people like okay, my kids I don't want my daughter to marry someone just like average like that. Okay, when she grow up, you will get married to this guy. Like like business to business.
Right.
They make their kids like a business.
Think about health, guys. So as an arrangement, you could have a situation where the man is marrying a younger woman who might actually be good at healthcare. She might be a nurse,
Yeah.
and that happens a lot in the Philippines. So a lot of people kind of half joke that, oh, he's getting married to like a younger Filipina. Looks like he's got his healthcare plan sorted. Have you heard that before?
Never.
Yeah.
But
See?
I watched this video like, oh, it's a Filipina, like, oh, she's marrying like old man because like she will be like a caretaker, and the Filipina said like, of course I will take care of my husband. Do you think you will be the one I'm gonna take care of, like that?
And here's the thing, guys. There's truth to it. It's not like it's out of the question at all. It's just pretty much the whole package. It's what you get, and it would be very unusual if there was some kind of sour taste where someone's like, oh, we'll be together for a little while, but when you get super old, I'm gonna like leave you.
Imagine like different, even like you are the same age, when the other person get old, it's just the same, you will take care of him. It depends if you are like a bit, I don't want to take care of my husband, I'll just send her to the center for old
Oh
people.
yeah, yeah, old folks home, right? So this is the point: is that maybe later in life, it's a little bit more of a black and white picture of what's going on there with the arrangement. This is the age gap thing again. If you got
Yeah.
someone extremely extreme age gap,
Yeah.
then let's just say there's a bit more obvious arrangement there. It might cover financial and everything, security.
And then that's not bad also, maybe for them that's not bad because okay, he's old, I will take care of him, we have agreements, and then maybe the other girl will get something, it's just like give and take, like I give you, I'm gonna take something, and then like you get, and then I'll give you something, you can take something from me, like that.
Okay, so we've covered out from pretty much the stereotypes of what people guess and try to like imagine that's what it is, right?
Third is like family.
Right. Third on the list, because we're sort of in order of us. This is again about us and not people in general, but family is important. I know that your family was important to you. You're the eldest of your family. For me, my family is important because I already have a daughter, so I have to really be mindful who's like permanently with me, like live in. That's
And
important,
then
not to disrupt that dynamic.
yeah, and I'm looking forward to build also a family, you and me.
For sure. Then that's going to be pretty much general for I think all Filipinos to raise your own family, to have babies and
Yeah.
have your own. That's a big life goal. So, and maybe that happens
Yeah,
at a younger age.
yeah, there's a lot of people like, let's say you are a beautiful man. No, you don't have a baby because like um, let's just say maybe one day, there's a lot of like Filipinos said that like don't don't have a kids because once you have a kids, maybe the foreigner will change. Like, oh, she's not the same before I met. She's not that sexy, like that. But for me, like it's not really like that important, the appearance. I rather to have kids.
All this stuff means that we've talked about it before getting serious. So hopefully, again, for you guys, don't dance around these topics because I feel like they're so big that you should get it out of the way. Either you're in agreement or you're not in agreement. If you try to hold on to those ones way too late and she's already pregnant and you just try to talk about it after the fact, my
Yeah.
goodness, that's hard to recover from.
So
I'd say.
like that kids, we talk about that, right, and we agree that we're gonna have kids.
What was the next one? We did write these
Happiness.
down. Good.
Happiness.
So committed to just being happy. How simple is that?
We are like same vibes actually. It turned out like, oh, I like the things and he liked that also.
What's good about that, guys, is you can't really fake happiness. You might have tried that before. You put on a good face, and it only lasts so long. So I guess we have this understanding. This is the agreement again. Is that I have my goal is just simply just be happy, be content. Don't and there's a dark side to that, which is don't push too much, because then your constant pursuit of being happiness, it's almost like a mirage. You can never, nothing's ever good enough if you push too much into
Yeah.
that materialistic world.
Just like, be contented, and then just make some effort each other, and then just don't forget that you have a vows that you both exchange, that no matter what happened, ups and down, you will be there. Of course, not always it's gonna be like spark, or always be happy. There are
Right.
some like sadness, and you will think like there is no spark. It's just like your mind, because that's what you think. But you have to dig, dig deep, and find the things that what makes your relationship happy before, and then like you can start over again.
Beautiful.
Opportunity.
So opportunity, and this is where people talk about the money thing. So more than money, there's opportunity for both of us. What opportunity do you get with being with me?
I learn new things. Actually, it's kind of like knowledge and idea
Is it
that I can use in the future.
is it more than you could get back home?
Yes,
Like
like
what?
I can start a business that without putting money outside. That's what I'm doing now.
Cool. So it's basically almost like a fast track
Yeah,
to supporting yourself,
and skills also.
which means you can support your family, which means you're not dependent on
Mm-hmm.
your husband, which
Mm-hmm.
means you feel like maybe accomplishment,
Yeah.
right? There's this big debate around people should they go to university, colleges, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it is in the Philippines.
People like really in the Philippines like they really need.
Shit, 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 shit. Huh?
So yeah, in the Philippines, you have to be like graduated to especially to get a job. Like very their standards very high.
Yeah. So we help each other out, like with that whole kind of like life goals
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what you said, opportunity is pretty much the way we
Mm-hmm.
could sum it up. And then what do I get out of it? Do you have any feeling for why I might be excited to be in a relationship with you for opportunity?
You have opportunity to do something in the Philippines.
Yeah, it's open. It's like a gateway.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go there as a tourist, as an island paradise. There's a lot there, and the development opportunities are
Mm-hmm.
cheaper. It's a little bit unfamiliar, so which is kind of exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the English language, so it's accessible for me. There's two things. Yeah, the country, the gateway to get
Mm-hmm.
in and maybe build something,
Yep.
create something. It's exciting. That's kind of the summary to it. But then there's the language, which I think is just a world, mastery. If you could learn languages, I speak French. I,
Mm-hmm.
picked up a little bit of Spanish. Like there's Russian a little bit.
Sana all.
There's just by being around different places. Chinese a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I,
Cantonese.
I already been here so like almost 1 year, but I haven't been learn the proper English.
We're both like in that boat. So you're not committing fully to one country is kind of a strategy, guys,
Mm-hmm.
in the world. If you have multiple passports, you can
Mm-hmm.
choose, and things can change, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
Countries can change quickly. If you have an option, then you can exercise that option. So we've got Canada
Yeah.
because that's where I was born. Things aren't too attractive there at the moment, but you never know what happens over time. So
I get the opportunity to go there.
there's an opportunity for you to teach me about chilling out a bit, having a bit more of a grounded life, and not being so A type, chase my goals no matter what. I do appreciate balance, but I think it was just too much of that American style
Yeah, actually, I don't
education
mind.
I grew up
I
with.
don't mind if you chase your goals because like at least as long as you're happy doing it. But if you're chasing your goal and you're not happy, I will not be happy also. But
Right.
if you're happy, I will support you.
So between the two of us, we've got through that. The idea of
Mm-hmm.
opportunities. I still have things, and we've shared these kind of projects, and I wasn't too sure if I would have to give up
Mm-hmm.
some of my passions and long hours,
Please
and
don't give up.
so and then
It could be like you can pass that to our kids in the future.
there is a danger zone where if you don't communicate why you're doing certain things, I think you might have taken it like, well, you'd rather spend time on your computer than with me, your wife, like, or your girlfriend. Like, there's a communication thing there. So as long as you can understand, oh, he's working on that thing, which means that's going to be like our
Mm-hmm.
nest egg, or that'll be for our kids to inherit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's definitely some understanding there. I've never had any
Mm-hmm.
issue once we communicate and let
Yeah.
each other. And same for you. You're working on some project. I'm like, I get it. That would allow me to give up working completely if you're
Mm-hmm.
fully successful. And so that it's not like there's an imbalance there. We both
Yeah.
have these unknown opportunities. Who knows? It's like having lots of irons in the fire, and something's gonna take off.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be YouTube. You be a YouTuber, and
We will
I'll be
see.
the umbrella boy,
It's not
hanging up
and then
the.
the opportunity is not just about us. It could be like for our future family, like having kids, having this kind of opportunity, like they can study here, that will give them like knowledge, and then you are there also, like you have that thing, and then you will teach them, and maybe they can use that at early, and they will be like open
Yeah.
early to open their eyes like that.
All right. So we've covered off some of the major ones. Security, guys. What does that mean to you?
It's
And
not about like security, like it could be physical, financial, mental, and emotional.
So it's a big one, big topic. We might have to do a separate video on this one, but let's finish with this security being part of our arrangement, which is I have seen this in real life that this gorgeous Filipina who's young in a foreign country, she needs to be protected. It's unfortunate that you can't just roam free, but society is built a certain way. Men are gonna chase the girls that they're attracted to.
Sometimes naman they take advantage me because I remember that I have this experience. I think we were on Bohol, going to Bohol, and we were on Cebu that time. And then there's a guy on the taxi where we just ride. Like, ma'am, can I have like a 100 first now? And I was like, soft-hearted, and I gave him like 100. And after that, you gave him a tip 100 again. I was like, wait a minute, I just gave you like a 100, and now you just like accept that.
So
And
that
you said like that I
yeah,
get scam, not
yeah,
scam, but like they take advantage me because I was like from province.
they're not shy to ask. I mean, you weren't boasting money or anything. I don't know why he felt like he could ask you and not, but I guess that's the case. You know, you're traveling, maybe you're rich or you're got your boyfriend's money or something. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
You mentioned the different types of security. Physical is the big one for the man. I don't know. Is that important to you? Do you feel like you need that protection? Like, for example, if I was just like telling you to go off to the shops today and get a bunch of stuff and come back and see me later, would you feel comfortable
No,
alone?
I will never be comfortable doing that kind of stuff.
And I'm fine with that. I'm also trying to encourage you to consider having that independence just for your own, just experiment with it. But honestly, I'm not going to push it. If you don't feel like you need it, then why would I ask you to do it?
It's a bonding. I'm also like trying to protect you physical. Let's say someone's just like trying to be arrogant, and sometimes it makes you annoyed, and you were trying to like not fight but like talk back because don't do anything. So it's kind of physical because I don't want you to have like anything on your face or scar or
She keeps
fight
me out of like,
someone.
there's a lot of this confrontation. Right? People like to confront, and if you make eye contact with the wrong person, people try to back you down. That's big in Australia, especially a certain demographic. You
And
know,
I don't want that. It makes me nervous.
so when you couple up, you're seen differently, and things are a little bit more fluid. You're not going to get yourself in as much hot water, so that's good.
Last time nga, I was at like where we're just hugging on that next to the sushi train, and he said like that person looking at me, like you're looking at him too.
Right.
I was like, what is that look? It's different look from normal look.
We want to be out there meeting people, guys, and just being social and
Yeah.
things, but there's just a lot of creepy type dudes, and what are you gonna do? You put them in their place. That's what you do. All good, all good. There's another one on the security side, which is around emotional security.
You know what is emotional, right? Don't
It,
say anything that will, I mean, bad words that will hurt the other parties or the other person like that. And then mental, you have to avoid stress, deep breaths. That's we need to think about that. And also financial security. Like this is the thing that like about relationship like agreement. Like they said like, oh, you just marry him because like he is like he has money, he's rich, like that. It's not like agreements. It's just like, of course, if you want to be on the person, you have to be like consider also that kind of like security. That but if like you become like husband and wife, and then both of you doesn't have anything, it will be very difficult. It's okay if the other person has that thing, like let's say already stable, he has already a stable life. At least once we build a family, it will never be hard for us to do things, right? Do you know what I'm talking
that's
about?
yeah, no, that's really well said. For me, before I met you, it's a lot for to be a single person with obligations, right? And I was carrying a lot of stress and just not a lot of hours to do everything. So you helped me not only physically, like doing things around and helping coordinate lots of different things in my life, but emotionally, just kind of bringing it down, being more stable and peaceful, and there's joy and everything's just a laugh and just look at the bright side of things. So that's good fun. Anyway, maybe that's it.
That's it. So I hope you get some idea on our topic for today's video, and please give us like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And by the way, guys, you can join us on our membership. We have these spicy topics. We will upload those spicy, controversial topics that you know what I'm talking about, just spicy. And then we also have one-on-one advice, like message us on our messenger or Facebook or email, and Scott will do like one-on-one advice like video call. And then we also have another membership we call this Yes Boss, which is like you can sponsor a topic that you and him and I will talk about.
That's right. You guys get to be the boss. How cool is that? So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. That's just a bit of fun to keep it interactive, guys. But we should wrap this one up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on to the next one. Let's go. Let's go swimming.
Bye.
Bye bye.